Hey Student Success, welcome to week 5 of the semester. So we're over the halfway point now of our 8-week session, and so hopefully you are real comfortable with just navigating in here and seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. So as a reminder, everyone in here has a Student Success workshop assignment you have to complete by the end of our semester. So by the end of our 8-week session, you have to upload your certificate or your completion that you attended a survey. And so the offerings are getting slimmer now because we're toward the end of our semester, but you can still see there's still a few running through April, and then like one in May. So please look through that list and see what would be of interest to you so it's worth your time. So that's just a reminder. So again, we are in week 5. So I'm going to scroll all the way down here. And week 5 is chapter 11, taking control of your finances and the basics of money management. And so if I go into the materials folder and I pull up the chapter 11 textbook link. So this is like so many other things I've already mentioned in the class. Just use this where it is applicable to your life. Now, I've been managing my family's finances for a long time, but I still feel like there are things I can learn about money management, about financial management, especially as my kids age and like our needs change. And so even, I feel like there are some things that benefit me when I go back and look. So that's why I think like this is a chapter that is relevant to all of our lives, no matter where you are. But there might be some components that are even more kind of fit to your needs right now. So there's like a quick, assessment like a lot of our chapters have where you begin and kind of look to see, some self-assessment in terms of my finances. Now, some of you might be in a stage where you're just trying to set some financial goals and understand what you want your future to look like and how your career is going to fit into that. The topic of making more, spending less, making money, of course, hopefully you're all here to do so in a career that you have a passion for. And so it's going to talk about jobs, and we talked a little bit about career services already. So this kind of fits in with there. Now, this might be where it starts getting really specific. Some of you might have like a financial issue. You spend too much money. And maybe not, it's not even on big purchases. Maybe you just do a lot of little purchases. And so this is going to talk about, looking at like a financial analysis. So we talk about like analyzing our time and being mindful of our time management, but we can do the same thing with our financial management. We can do financial analysis. I actually do this at least once or twice a year. I used to do it more regularly, but I will really take like a month or two's worth of spending and just dissect it and look and do basically this. What am I spending on? How much money did we spend this month on, certain type of groceries, a certain type of food, a certain type of restaurant. So I really look at it and see, where could we look to make some changes? And so I think that is helpful no matter where you are, your income level, your career, just really looking at your spending. And so this is going to talk about, needs versus wants. And again, some of this you might spend more time on than others. How to maintain a budget, how to come up with a budget, tracking your income. So again, this is all great information. And it has so much information here. The next section is about credit cards. Again, some of you may or may not need this, but it's going to talk about credit scores and how to hire your credit score. You need to have a good credit score for any large purchase in your life. And so really looking at through this, how to avoid going into debt, how to build your history, your credit history, especially if you're sitting at no credit history right now, how to improve your credit score in general. So lots of information there. And then financing college, which all of you are dealing with to some degree right now, whether you're a CCP, you've already made some decisions about financing college because you're attending, college and high school. If you are using loans, grants, scholarships, whatever that might look like. So this is going to talk to you a little bit about the different ways to pay for college. Speaking of scholarships, I apologize if I've talked about this before because I teach 6 different classes and we all talk about similar things in certain weeks. But I think it's worth reminding anyway. When we're talking about scholarships, if you will, on the homepage under admissions, paying for college, there's a scholarship link there. I highly recommend that you check that out. There are lots of scholarships here, and there's a lot of scholarships that pertain to certain degrees, certain populations, certain demographics. And you can see the whole list here. There's some featured scholarships, but then degree-related scholarships, other scholarships. So, and sometimes this money literally just sits there, guys. It really does, because some people don't apply. And if you can write a paragraph or a page and get $500 back, I think that's time worth spent. So just wanted to point that out. All right. So that is the chapter on, financial money management. And I, again, encourage you to spend as much time on whatever component you need to be beneficial. So if I go back into my here, there's also a financial wellness survey. Kind of interesting to look to see in fall of 19 how people responded to some questions that dealt with financial wellness. Let's go ahead and get into our assignments, though. As you can see real quickly, there are 2 assignments this week. There are no discussion forum. So your week 5 attendance is based on completing both assignments by Sunday the 25th. If you only complete one, it's half points toward attendance. So let's go ahead and get into the assignment area. The first one is a money specific assignment, basics of money management. You'll see that there is like a 2.5-minute video right here. This is by the course coordinator, and she walks you through this assignment specifically. So if you wanted to kind of look at her video for more details on this, you can. I'll also kind of walk you through real quickly. There are PDF directions, so you can open those up and you'll see it open up into a PDF with those directions. But all your work for this particular assignment is done through this Ohio Means Jobs website. It'll open up to a page. It looks like this. And this is what you're going to do. When you get to this page, you're going to click down to Basics of Money Management. It's going to load. Here we go. And you're going to hit Start Tutorial. Okay. And then this is a course. Like, you're going to click through, and there's information about, financial planning elements. And so you'll see in each lesson, there are some steps. So spend, some time in here, maybe spend more time in one piece than another, depending on what your needs are. There's a quick summary, and then you're going to take a post test. So when it pops up, everything wants to take its time this morning, apparently. Okay, when it pops up, here's your post test, and make sure you click next to get to all the questions, because there are 10 questions total. When you're all done, you're going to hit Score My Test, and when you are completely done, it's scored. Down here, you're going to click Certificate of Completion, type your name, hit Submit, and that's what you're going to turn into me. So inside your course here, this is where the course coordinator goes through this part of it. Once you hit Submit, I'll just put Stark State Student Submit. It's going to give me my certificate. Now, again, I've already taken my post test. I've already had it scored, so that's why I'm loading that through. So it's going to pop up the certificate. Here we go. Here it is. And it's going to have your name right there. So make sure you don't put SSc. Put your name, and you can download it, save it to your desktop, and then when you are ready, oh my gosh, you will go ahead and click in and put it in, Dropbox there. Okay, so again, there's lots of information for that one. There's the PDF directions, there's the video, there's my video. So you're going to take that, and the certificate is what you upload. The second assignment is Chapter 11 assignment, and you're going to have a choice. The first choice is complete the assignment as listed. It says in this assignment, you have to list 5 experiences. So that means things you have done, jobs, internships, volunteer, certificates, classes, things like that, like things you have done, experiences. 5 qualifications, things you have, degrees, skills, qualities, and then 3 references. And you don't have to put the names of the references, just, my current employer, my high school teacher, my, whatever there might be. So 3 references. You're going to do this in 2 parts. It says make a list of those 5 experiences, 5 qualifications, and 3 references. Okay. And then what kind of job, internship, or other experience could you potentially have in your college years that will strengthen your resume? So after you've listed these things, and again, like this first one right here can just be a list, literally. 5 experiences, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 qualifications, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 references. Now, the second part, this is where you'll answer in 3 to 5 sentences. So what kind of job, internship, or other experience could you potentially have? So looking at what you've listed, be like, okay, based on this, I need to probably get an internship, or I would like to get a part-time job. So talk about what else you could do to build your resume moving forward. That's option 1. Option 2 is if you already have a resume. So you already have a resume, you can upload your resume and then just talk to me about this right here. What else could you do to strengthen your resume? So ideally, your resume already has your qualifications, your experiences. It might have your references on there. And then talk to me about what you could do to build it. So if you don't have a resume already, you don't have to create one. You just answer these 2 questions. If you do have a resume, you can upload your resume and then just answer this part of it. Okay. So you'll go in. There is, you can, if you're just writing it, you can just do a write submission. If you have the resume, you can upload it and then write in the comment area, whatever works for you. Because if you already have a resume, you could kind of rely on that and just fill in the blanks, so to speak. All right, so as a quick recap, this week you are looking at Chapter 11 on financial management, and then you are completing the Chapter 11 assignment, that's the resume-like assignment, and the basics of money management by Sunday for week 5 attendance. Completing both gets you 100%, completing only one gets you 0.5%, half of attendance points. As just a heads up, week 6, I will reopen week 1. So week 6, 7, 8, I always reopen weeks 1, 2, and 3, just to give anyone extra time or extra chance to get anything done that they need to work on to raise their grade. So that is always an option. Look out for that. I know a couple of you got a late start. You didn't get everything done in the first couple of weeks. So I do allow that opportunity. All right. Hope everyone has a great week. Bye.